Alright, so I want to talk about the rank changes they made in Season 9. Uh, Obviously, it's a bit better than what we had before, but it still kind of sucks. And basically, this comes specifically from the modifiers. And so basically, I'm going to talk about why or how the modifiers work and how they kind of screw you over. Basically, how the modifiers work is you can gain more SR or lose more SR after completing the game based off of what the matchmaker was expecting from you. So now let's talk about the expected modifier. So basically what the expected modifier does is if you're in a game and the matchmaker is expecting you to win, and if you do, you'll gain less SR for winning, even though you have to fight your hardest just to win. Like, it feels like the game is punishing you for winning. Like, I have to play as hard as I would do in any other match just to get hit with that at the end of the game. It feels like I'm being robbed out of SR, even though I'm trying as hard as I would in any other match. And I don't know what the game deems about me or my team where it thinks we're expected to win a match, but sometimes I think that's kind of bullshit, because every time I've been hit by the expected to win modifier, those are usually the hardest and the closest games to win. Like, I didn't ask the game to supposedly be in my favor. Like, you're not asking for the game to supposedly be in your favor just to still try as hard as you would usually do and then not be rewarded for it. And you can't control when the game wants to do this to you either. So, like, if you're really unlucky, you can be hit with the expected to win like 3 games in a row, just minimizing how much SR you gain, making it that much harder to climb. And so now I want to talk about reversal, which is pretty much the opposite of expected to win. So if you get hit with reversal, that means you were favored to win, but you ended up losing, and so the game punishes you more for losing that game. And this can either be between 20 SR or up to 40 SR from what I've seen. And so it's kind of the same thing. You queue up, you're playing your hardest, you lose, and then the game hits you with your favorite to win, but you lost. Even though it doesn't feel like it, and it didn't even feel like you had an advantage in the first place. You lose, and then the game's like, nah, we're gonna punish you harder, even though you supposedly had the advantage. Even though it didn't really feel like it. And even if you did feel like you had the advantage, there's still multiple external factors that could have played into your loss, like maybe a teammate disconnected, maybe someone on your team isn't playing as well as they could have, to where it just makes being hit with that reversal even more disappointing. And now onto the modifier that I hate the most, Volatile. So Volatile is extremely confusing. So supposedly, after you enter a new rank, so let's say you're Plat 2 going into Plat 1, you enter new calibration matches. And so if you lose 2 in a row after entering your new rank, you'll be hit with Volatile. If you lose the first game you play after ranking up, you're supposed to be hit with rank protection, because normally without that, if you lose that first game, you'd be sent right back down to Plat 2 in this case. But if you lose again, you'll get hit with Volatile, and you'll lose the combined SR amount of both of those games. So, and that can drop you down like 50 SR, undoing hours of progress that you put into winning. Games already take extremely long as they do already, and so if you're on a win streak and you just ranked up, that win streak of 5-6 games can seriously be undone by 2 losses, which is absolutely ridiculous to me. But now here's the confusing part. I've gotten Volatile even after I've won my games after climbing into my new rank. This is when I was climbing from Diamond 4 to Diamond 3. After climbing into Diamond 3, we won about 3 to 4 games before me and my friends stopped for the night. Oh, and also keep in mind that there is no special modifier for winning after ranking up in the Diamond 3. It was the normal SR gain of 19 to 20 SR per match. And so a few days later, me and my friends get back on, and we lost the first 2 to 3 games. And so that third game sent me Volatile, taking away 50% of my SR going back into Diamond 4, even though I had already won the 2 games going into Diamond 3, which is not how I read how Volatile is supposed to work. And I've heard the same for other players too, where they've been hit by Volatile, even though they've won multiple games going into their new rank. So it's just losing massive amounts of SR like that, along with getting minimum game from winning in the first place, on top of randomly getting hit by expected to win, which makes it even harder to rank up because you're gaining less points for winning. Or if you happen to lose a reversal game, it just makes it feels like the modifiers are just actively working against you, as well as also being randomly hit with Volatile because it's unclear for how long you're actually still in those calibration matches after ranking up. So yeah, the game's just kind of actively working against you. You barely get any modifiers for winning. Games take extremely long, and if you do go on a win streak, that can be undone by like 2-3 losses. So yeah, that's all. This game sucks, but I'm gonna keep playing it for some reason. See ya.